So I've been shorting since May of 2022. And I'm still alive. I put up $614,000 in put options and call credit spreads. I've since been able to trim my position down to about 400,000, but still it is huge, kind of stressful. So yeah, it's been a long road, and I've been able to weather the storm because of how I positioned it. I bought put options against specific companies, and I chose deepest in the money and the farthest expiration. That has allowed me to roll for a pretty low cost. My current expirations are mid 2027 to early 2028, and I should be able to roll that out even longer if I need to. Hopefully I don't need to. The closer we get, the clearer it looks to me. I've got to remember though that years ago I thought we were very close, so I have to keep that into perspective, but it really does feel like we're getting closer. I understand over the long term the market is going to keep going up, but it doesn't do that in a straight diagonal line. It is cyclical. I get that AI is great. I'm not saying that it's not. I think it is very disruptive, but there's a limit. There's a limit to the profitability. It reminds me of the dot-com bubble. Not that I was old enough to know what was going on at the time, but looking back with the creation of computers and the internet, that was very disruptive. And people thought, I'm sure, that, oh, basically limitless profit. But no, there's a limit to it. And we saw the NASDAQ go down about 80%. This time is not different. It's very, very close to the same thing. So I'm still alive. I'm still waiting, I'm still holding. I do not recommend this to other people. People have DM'd me and said that they want to do this as well. If you're gonna do something like this, something crazy, do it at your own risk, because it is risky. It can work out. I think it's going to work out. I believe it will. But I could be wrong. So we'll just have to see. Time will tell. I think almost certainly we're going to see this bubble pop. It's just taking its time. It is taking its time. Right now we're in February of 2026. S&P is near all-time highs. I've been shorting since the S&P was around 3,900. I am shorting individual stocks, and I'll tell you what they are. You're gonna think I'm crazy. The biggest short I have is against Eli Lilly. Yes, the pharmaceutical company that has come out with GLP-1s and all this huge weight loss craze, right? That's them. I'm shorting them. That one's a $310,000 position. And yeah, Eli Lilly has been skyrocketing. I think it'll end though. Over the long term, they have been growing their earnings at about 8% per year compounded annually. And if they continue that over the next 30 years, the current market cap is just way too high. It's already a mature business. It's not like it's a startup and they have like limitless room to grow. There's a limit to it. And if these GLP-1s really do work, then it's gonna stop people from using their other drugs, because if it's really gonna cure obesity, nobody's gonna be overweight, it's gonna get rid of the other obesity related illnesses, and then they're gonna stop selling their other stuff. The market cap of it is currently priced as if everybody's gonna be taking those drugs forever. Everybody, their mother and their dog, they're just gonna keep taking it. Not build up a tolerance, right? This is not new. They've had other weight loss drugs. Now they're coming out with a pill. This is not new. It's just gonna take time where they show that, oh, it doesn't work. Just like before. What did they have before? Fen or something? Bad. It's a bad thing. And it took a while and then they realized, oh yeah, that's bad. It just doesn't make sense. Of course they can profit from it in the short term, which is what I'm seeing now, and it's not fun. I've been shorting those guys. Oh my gosh. Eli Lilly is up so much since I started shorting them. But I have time, is the thing. I think they really are very overpriced, even based on their dramatic increase in earnings recently. So that's my biggest short position right now. I don't recommend you do it. It's risky, but that's what I'm doing. My next biggest one is Walmart. That one was about 77,000. Yes, Walmart. Let me make something clear. A recession-proof business isn't necessarily a recession-proof investment. The difference is the price. Walmart is another one where it's a mature business. They're not doing any crazy things. Yeah, they're gonna start building their online sales and stuff. Cool, they're adapting. That's what they do over the long term. But over the long term, they've been growing their earnings per share at about 2 to 4% per year compounded annually. Their current price is too high. It's currently priced with an assumption of them growing their earnings at just an unsustainable rate. They're already so big. The other one I was shorting that I closed, it was Colgate. I was able to either break even or have a slight profit. It's hard to tell because I transferred the positions from one account to another and I rolled them. So it's really hard to get my exact cost basis unless I really sat there and looked through every transaction and added it all up. But it was right around my break even, probably a slight profit. So that was like a $200,000 position. I closed that, so that makes me be able to breathe a little bit easier. My next biggest one that I currently have, it's Iron Mountain. That one is a $12,000 position. It's pretty much the same story. I think they're overpriced. I don't think they're gonna go out of business. I don't think these companies that I'm shorting are going out of business. I think they're overpriced. And since I've shorted them, they've gotten even more overpriced. I'm still alive though, and I think what will save me is what I've been thinking will happen is a broad market crash. I'm not talking about a little pullback. I'm talking about a real one. We haven't seen a real one since 2008. And that's not my only thesis that we're overdue. It's because of the extreme valuations, the multiples. You look at the Buffett indicator being at all-time highs. That tells you something right there. But what I've come to learn the hard way is that valuations alone, they're bad at timing things. It doesn't tell you when a crash happens. It can give you a good idea of how big the magnitude, and right now it's saying, yeah, it's gonna be huge. Basically, it should be. It doesn't tell you when. What does give you a better idea at telling you when is the yield curve. That has historically been a better timing tool. The problem though is it doesn't tell you the day or the month or the year even. It gives you a pretty broad sense of when it should happen. And I didn't look at that close enough when I started shorting. So I'm pretty early, very, very early. But I think because of how I positioned it, deep in the money and far expirations, I should be able to weather the storm and keep rolling if I need to. I hope I don't need to roll past 2028. I feel like it should happen this year, maybe next year, but don't open up a short position just because I said that. This is risky, okay? You could lose your money. Now, it could work out well. It could work out beautifully if you're holding put options and the market does crash. You turn around after profiting from that and then you buy cheap stocks. Like it's easier said than done, but very enticing. I do think it's going to work out. I do think I have enough time, and I do think the magnitude is there. I think it will be big enough to where I will profit. Now, the funny part is, if this crash does happen, I feel like I will likely close my position where I just get a slight profit. I want it safer. I've been doing this for years, and it's unnecessarily risky. I didn't need to do this. I've learned a lot from it. I really think it helped me understand a lot of things better by doing this, because it kind of forced me to. I just look at it every day and think about it, like, what did I do wrong? What is going on here? So I just recalculate and look at it from different angles. So yeah, I'll probably, as soon as I am able to profit a little bit, that's probably when I will close the position. And then that's when the market really crashes, right after I close it. After holding for years, mind you. I just think that's kind of funny. But I'm still alive. I'm still here. I am down quite a bit. My short position is down. It's hard to know exactly how much I am down because I've been rolling and it doesn't give you a clear cut picture because I've added to my account. I've had different positions. But let's look at my portfolio right now. Yeah, so here's my portfolio. Yeah, it's just been a long way down since 2022. My bad. Eli Lilly's my biggest one. Doing this with two hands. So my short position is probably down. At the peak, it was down about 300,000 probably, or at the trough, you could say. 300,000. Yeah. That. Yeah, that's a Lamborghini. I'll be all right though. I'm still holding. I think we're getting closer. We're almost there. So I'll probably give more updates. I think later this year, we should start seeing something. Hopefully, maybe, we'll see.